All right, come here. You stand here and act like, come here, right in front of me.
Okay.
Act like lovely little children. You wave at the camera? Say hi. Say, what are we doing? We're on quarantine this week, aren't we? Say, this one has no school for at least 3 weeks. This one doesn't know what's going on. Nothing's too much different in your world, is it? No? Come back. Well, we lost the Bubby Man. But what are we going to be doing this week?
We're gonna be planting.
We're going to be planting. Well, the trouble is when I started Googling ideas for kids' gardening activities for this time that they're going to be home from school, there was not a whole lot of useful stuff. A lot of it was crafts that required me to supervise and to participate, and during planting season we really don't have that extra time. So I needed to figure out some activities that were going to keep them busy and help us actually get in a garden at the same time. So we did some brainstorming, yeah, and we figured out a few things that might help, and maybe they'll help you too, to teach your kids about gardening, to keep your kids busy, and allow you to actually get some work done in the garden at the same time. So let's go. So the first and absolutely easiest thing to keep your kids busy while you're working in the garden is get them a little set of pint-sized garden tools. I think they have these just about anywhere, Tractor Supply or Walmart or wherever, and give them a little spot where they're allowed to tear up whatever they want and let them loose. This works particularly well for little boys who like to get muddy, but just let them dig and hoe and play in the dirt while you're working in the garden. The next activity that works well for kids is to have them fill your seed starting trays with soil. Again, this plays to kids' instincts to want to play in the dirt. This lets them do it in a constructive way. So just give them your pots or your seed flats or whatever you need filled. Give them some tools that are a good size for their hands and tell them to fill up the trays. And then the fun part is once they get the trays all filled with dirt, they get to water them, saturate the soil, which every kid that I've ever met loves any excuse to play in water, so they really enjoy that as well. Now, if you have kids that are a little bit older, they can actually help with sowing the seed flats. So we're doing peppers here, and this is my 8-year-old. She's an old hand at this. She's been helping me for a while, so we just kind of made the little divots for her. I told her to put 1 to 2 seeds in each cell, and she's content to just help me sow these seed flats. Kids get just as excited as checking on seedlings as grown-ups do. This is my little Bubby Man. He loves to come out to the greenhouse with me every single day and check on all the progress of the seedlings. So you can see he's just peeking in on everything, and once we see some sprouts, it's his job to take the lids off. And he's also checking to see if anything needs watered while he's doing this process. And he's pretty good at it. Okay, we got one more over there. How's that one looking? Anything yet? Oh, you're right. You're right. There's little tinies in there. Another idea to get kids more excited about gardening is to give them their own little space, whether it's a corner of the garden or a container or a little bed. So this little raised bed here is going to be her garden this spring. And I want you to, I decided the other day that I was going to give you this spot because it's an easy spot. But I want to know what you're most excited about planting.
I want to try to plant some tulips.
Some tulips? What else?
I want strawberries.
Strawberries? Any vegetables that you want to grow?
Peas.
Peas?
A passion flower.
Yeah, we could try planting one of those outside this spring. As I mentioned before, kids love every opportunity to play with water. So I highly encourage you to get some kiddie-sized watering cans And anytime any of your pots or flats or seedlings or anything needs watered, let them do this job. Let them fill up the watering can with the hose. They love playing with the water and they love feeling like they're helping. Okay, little miss, what are we gonna do with those peas?
We're going to plant them.
Okay, let's get going. Let's get planting. So a really good activity for kids, even I have my 4-year-old do this with a little more supervision, but if you have any large seeded items, peas, beans, corn, squash, melons, those types of things, seeds that are bigger and easier to handle, are really good to let kids plant. You can have them dig the little furrows and then just show them how far apart to space them. She's been doing this for so long, I don't even have to tell her anymore how to space everything. But as long as the seeds are easy to handle, kids usually really enjoy doing this job, and it is fairly easy for them to do. And finally, if it's just too yucky to get outside, and if you are like our household and have just a ton of seed and garden catalogs sitting around that you're no longer using, let the kids go through and cut out the beautiful pictures. I mean, they really are drawn to these lovely full color pictures of fruits and vegetables and flowers. They can cut these out, they can make collages with them. There's all kinds of different ways that you can use the pictures from these gardening catalogs, but I've found with my kids they really enjoy doing this. And the other thing that we use the catalogs for, and we usually do this actually at the beginning of the gardening season, is I let the kids go through all the catalogs and make their own little wish lists. So they always see mom doing this, and of course they kind of want to mimic whatever you're doing. But I just let them go through and circle whatever they are drawn to, whatever they think they want to grow this coming year, and then I try to work with them on incorporating some of those things into either the main garden or the little space that they've been allotted for their own gardens.
We hope you like our garden ideas.
Well, we do. We hope you got some good ideas. We hope that you and your kids are able to get out in the garden, whether you're on quarantine or spring break or just enjoying the garden in general. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Say bye, guys.
Bye!